Hey everyone, Shy here with Sunshine Scents. Now that you know all about lye safety, formulating your own cold process recipe, oils and butters, and fragrance oils, it's now time to learn about different colorants that are used in cold process and even melt and pour soap. Playing with different colors and coming up with a beautiful design is one of my favorite parts of soap making, but there's a few things to keep in mind when deciding on which colorants to use, so be sure to stick around. Micas are minerals that are mined from the earth and are the most common colorants that many soap makers use. These can also be used in other products such as bath bombs, sugar scrubs, lotion, makeup, and body butters. Micas are very fine and are considered natural, but if they're coated with the FD and C color, they become not natural. On the other hand, if they're coated with an oxide or a pigment, they would be considered natural. When purchasing a mica colorant and you want to find out if it's natural or not, just click on the product page of the website and it'll tell you the ingredients as well as if it's natural. Micas are my favorite to work with because they come in a wide variety of colors and I love all my products to be bright and colorful. If you're using mica and melt and pour soap, a lot of soap makers, including myself, like to mix the mica powder with rubbing alcohol to help evenly disperse the colorant. When using mica and cold process soap, they have a recommended usage rate of 1 teaspoon per pound of soap, but this will come with practice. I usually start out by using a little bit and then adding from there if I need to. Micas are great to use and can take your project from looking bland to bold and colorful. Pigments, oxides, and ultramarines are powdered colorants that are made from oxidized metals. These are usually brighter and thicker than most micas. Pigments are very concentrated and are more of a matte color. If you've ever used a pigment, then you may have noticed that they have little clumps of colorant that look like they haven't been completely mixed in. Because of the clumps of color, it's recommended when making cold process soap to mix the pigment or oxide with the lightweight oil in a separate small cup to completely mix the colorant together and to break up any small clumps. So unlike mica, you wouldn't add a pigment or an oxide directly to the soap base. You would first mix it with a lightweight oil and then add it to the soap base. To do this, just mix 1 teaspoon of colorant with 1 tablespoon of oil. Because of how strong and concentrated these colorants are, I wouldn't recommend using them in anything other than cold process soap because they can leave streaks on your skin if you do decide to use them in other products such as body butter or lotion. Lab colors are liquid colors that are FD and C dyes. These are dispersed with water and a little preservative. From my experience, these don't hold up very well in cold process soap, and I usually use these in sugar scrubs instead. I usually find that lab colors morph into a whole different other color when making cold process soap. For example, if using an orange lab color, it might morph into a yellow color instead. Like I mentioned, most micas and pigments are natural colorants, but I understand that some people may want to take a 100% all-natural route when making soap. Instead of producing bright, colorful soap, natural colorants give more of a natural matte look in soap, resulting in beautiful bars. When wanting to use an all-natural colorant, a good place to start is by using powders like activated charcoal or orange peel powder. Clays like kaolin clay, rose clay, and French green clay are also 100% natural colorants. When making bath bombs with any type of colorant, always be sure to mix your bath bomb mixture with polysorbate 80. Polysorbate 80 helps to mix the colorant so you don't get a color ring around your bathtub. Be careful when using red micas. It can be hard to find a true red mica, but too much red colorant can actually bleed and stain your washcloth if too much is used. I'll be linking a true red mica colorant in the description box for anybody looking for one. Make sure you're buying colorants from a reputable website, and like I always say, make sure to read reviews and look for color swatches. My last tip is to make sure you're reading what each mica or colorant is safe for use on, especially if you're using the colorant on a product that goes on skin. Not every colorant is safe for use on every single product. A reputable website will always have this information listed. I've tried a few different vendors for colorants, and out of all of the ones I have tried, Mad Micas is my favorite vendor. They have a huge selection of micas, pigments, oxides, lab colors, and glitter. And the best part is they always have some sort of sale going on and usually send a sample with your order. As always, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. My next soap making 101 video will either be about melt and pour soap or other common cold process soap making terms, so be sure to subscribe. Also, if anybody has an idea or would like to know more about a specific topic, let me know in the comments.